Yes, it is your girl Paige, back at it again with yet another video for you hoes. Now I know that you guys have been saying that you want me to come back on camera. Guys, I hear you. I'm just taking a little bit of time out, not only just to be a mom, but also like for me to develop my editing skills. And I feel like my editing skills are like on point now. Like I'm a good ass editor. Because of not being able to be in front of the camera, it has forced me to kind of use my editing in order to keep you guys interested. And hopefully, fingers crossed, I've kept you guys interested for enough now. However, I do want to come back with a brand new segment. I know, forever doing brand new segments here on my channel. But I did want to come through with a brand new segment that I talk about all of the dramas it is that I can't talk about throughout the week because I'm out here trying to be a mum full time, might I add. So this is my brand new segment on my channel called The Full Cup, meaning that I will be coming to you visually, live in living colour, at least once a week to talk about all of the dramas it is that I couldn't get to throughout the week. Welcome to the first episode of The Full Cup, the place that you come to fill your cup all the way to the top so it's steaming and brimming, and then we will sip it all the way down to the bottom, down to the dregs, until there is nothing left but a dirty tea bag. Okay, that got sexual real quick. We have a lot to get through. So today we're going to be talking about multiple different characters. We're going to be going from start to finish, and I'll be giving you guys my opinions. In order to make this easier for you and for people who just want to skip to the good bits, I am going to be doing these segments in chapters. So at this time I will be talking about the Dolan Twins and the drama surrounding them and their most recent video. This time I will be talking about the Ace family and their recent video drama. Following that I will be talking about the Ace family again, but in relation to Cole Carrigan's allegations about them. And then after that we will be talking about Trisha Paytas coming out as a trans male. So with that being said, let's get straight into the drama. I have missed you guys so goddamn much, but I'm not going to keep you any longer. Let's get into the intro. Petty. Most of these bitches is petty. Bun and cheese. Get your Jamaican friend to give you some. This shit right here, bit of shit. Right. Let's get into the tea. Okay, so first up we're going to be talking about the Dolan Twins. The Dolan Twins have been hyping up a video for the past week or so, talking about how it's a huge video, how they feel like it's about time that they spoke about it, how, you know, it breaks their heart and all this kind of stuff. And a lot of people began to speculate on social media about what this video was going to be about. The only thing that we did know is that Shane Dawson was going to be included. So a lot of people had speculated, especially with their most recent collaboration with Jeffree Star, that they may have been talking about what Jeffree Star had alleged not too long ago. If you don't remember, here is a quick screenshot of what it is that Jeffree Star had alleged in regards to the Dolan Twins. He alleged that the Dolan Twins, or one of the Dolan Twins, was being touched inappropriately by James Charles. The internet has been holding their breath to see if the Dolan Twins or any members of the Sister Squad are actually going to come forward and speak their truth on the entire situation. But so far, none of it has happened. Nobody has come out and said anything. And a part of me is kind of high-key, like, that's really good. Like, so many people on the internet would not be able to deal with the pressure of so many people saying, talk about the situation, and not say anything about it. I know my ass would get annoyed and eventually be like, okay, you want to know? Okay, let's sit down and enjoy the tea, bitch. But it seems as if the other members of the Sister Squad are not saying anything at all. That indicates to me that there is either like some kind of non-disclosure agreement, maybe, allegedly, or that they simply want to stay out of drama. I don't know if it's the former or the latter, but something's just a bit fishy. Like, everybody just went and unfollowed each other and nobody has said anything since. Y'all were making content on a weekly basis together. Like, y'all were in close proximity to each other. Anyway, so it turns out that the Dolan Twins video was nothing to do with anything that anybody thought. They were basically going to be reducing the amount of videos it is that they did on their channel. And that's fine by me, so let's sip the tea. Not being funny, did we need a video about that? On one hand, it was really interesting to hear them talk about their dad and their family, and you know, like very much like the Manny MUA situation where he kind of felt like he was missing out on the moments to be with the people that he loved because he was focused so much on his growth and his channel and all that kind of stuff, which high-key, like, I understand. So I do think it's kind of sad that they got to miss those special moments with their own family, but I just kind of feel like, and maybe y'all can drag me in the comments, y'all always do, but I was just kind of thinking that maybe it was just like super duper overhyped. All they did was talk about how, you know, they didn't want it to be taken out of context. They didn't want the whole situation to be super duper dramatic. And I'm like, sis or bro or whatever, like, you made it that. Like, we were sitting there anticipating.
I'm like not even being dramatic. This is actually hard for me.
I know, yeah. We don't want to be dramatic. That's not the purpose of this. We're not trying to play with anyone's emotions. It sounds like a suspense.
I know.
We're really not trying to be dramatic here.
I don't think one single person thought,
oh, I know what the tea's going to be. The tea's going to be that they're going to be reducing the amount of videos it is that they make.
Nobody thought that. And do you know what's the worst thing? I actually don't think anybody really cares enough to like make that a big deal. Like, if I was going to be reducing my video to once a week, I'd reduce my videos to once a week. That would be the end of that. I wouldn't need an announcement to do with it. You know what I mean? But true tea shit pissed me off. Because we didn't need all that. I know I didn't, but I'm not a fan. I don't follow these kids. They're literally children with big grown-ass adult problems. Okay, so next up we're going to be talking about the Ace family. And now the Ace family have found themselves in quite a bit of drama very recently pertaining to a video it is that they posted. I mean, it seems as if more recently we have not been able to keep the Ace family's name out of our mouths, and considering it is a family channel, I feel like it's just a massive disappointment to see such a family channel being so highly controversial. I mean, the Ingham family is quaking, honey. I know what you did, Chris, you little bitch. You don't think the Ace family are controversial? Okay, let me show you this. We have the racist tweet saga, the cheating rumors, giving a child a lollipop shaped like a phallic object, promoting to his fans that they could possibly win $100,000 and then having his friend win.
I gotta give it to him. He wasn't even in the contest. So what that mean? Who you gonna really show love to, because you weren't even in the contest? Yeah, that's right.
Messing around on a jet ski in a swimming pool, one of those infinity swimming pools, and basically causing a mudslide in his neighbour's gardens. Like, this is one whole ass problematic family, and a lot of the problems that this family has is always pertaining to the father, Austin. I know what you did, Chris, you little bitch. So on the 2nd of October, the Ace family posted a video working at a restaurant for 24 hours, and basically a lot of people felt as if this video was extremely tone deaf. They felt as if the average person is not a millionaire and the average person has to do this, and these people are doing it for fun, you know, to see if they can get through it. Oh my god, we're working actual jobs. They actually posted about it on their social medias. Take a look at what it is that they had to say.
Guys, we are literally working right now at a restaurant.
Yes,
like,
we are.
Austin has been making food for the past hour and I've been taking orders. Do you understand how cool that is?
Ace family.
Like I said previously, a lot of people felt as if this video was extremely tone deaf. As you can see by the screenshots at the side of me, a lot of people were just like over it and done. But my personal opinion is just like, this is a trash family. Like, I don't understand why anybody even follows them anymore. I'm thinking in my head that their fan base must be children, because there's no way that there is grown-ass adults who could possibly support this channel. I know what you did, Chris, you little bitch. Like, imagine being like so out of touch with reality. Being so rich that like doing a regular job is a treat. You know what I mean? Like, I don't miss my 9 to 5, but after this maternity leave is done, like, I have to go back. Most people have jobs, sir. But the one thing that seems to happen over and over again with the Ace family is that whenever they do anything bad or whenever there is any kind of controversy, they never seem to be held accountable for their actions. Well, Cole Carrigan seemed to have enough of that, which brings me into the next section. So basically, Cole Carrigan had a lot to say on the entire situation. After everybody exploded all across social media talking about the Ace family being so incredibly tone deaf when it came to regular jobs, if you will, Cole Carrigan tweeted the following. He said, "How does no one know that their entire brand is fake? Austin has effed so many of my friends recently, even one girl with his own father. And Catherine knows and is okay with it, as long as he's home in time for the vlogs." Laughing emoji, 100 emoji. Then Michael Finch responded to that saying, "Laugh my ass off, thank God somebody else has said it." The most entitled response that I've ever seen has come from this family. So Austin has posted, he goes, "People be mad at our life," and then added his wife, which he followed on and said, "And it sucks to have to put it like this, but I just don't give an F. I will always live my life how I want to, no matter how people think. For the people who support us, I will love y'all to the end. And for the people who don't support us but still watch us, y'all need a hug." Well, Cole Carrigan, it seems, wasn't quite ready to let this go. So he continued on social media. This is what it is that he had to say. He said, "This whole situation is making me feel uneasy. I hate inserting myself into shit, but when it involves my friends, it becomes my business. And knowing the disgusting criminal acts going on behind closed doors with this family makes me sick." He then went on to say, "The fact that millions of people are unknowingly supporting a cheater and a rapist makes me effing sick to my stomach, and paying off a drama channel $500,000 to stay quiet, ? He then went on to say, "I normally would never make a video like this, but I think I'm going to tonight for the sake of my friend and every other victim involved with Austin McBroom. You have 2 effing daughters, you sick F. I have every receipt. Do I do it since they paid off Drama Alert? $500K to keep hush?" And that's all we have on the entire situation. So it seems as if Cole Carrigan is going to be making a video talking about Austin and how he may be doing some criminal things and how he may be a quote-unquote. And here are my thoughts on that. I think a lot of people need to like somewhat consider the source, if that makes any sense. Like, not being funny, this is the same Cole Carrigan who was posting other people's naked pictures without consent on the internet. This is the same Cole Carrigan who has said the N-word multiple times. This is the same Cole Carrigan who finds himself constantly in controversy all the time. So I kind of feel like we have to take whatever it is that he says with a grain of salt, because it feels to me like it's probably the right message, but the wrong messenger, if that makes sense. I know what you did, Chris, you little bitch. Kind of like if in my previous story, Jeffree Star had come through and stated all of the thoughts it is that he had publicly about the Dolan twins and their quote-unquote situation with James Charles. Like, we'd have to consider the source. Like, he has been in a lot of controversy. Do we take that with a grain of salt? I don't know. The tea about paying Drama Alert $500,000 to keep hush is like the most delicious tea in all of this. People keep talking about the drama channels being on payroll, but shit, like, and like one of the biggest drama channels there is taking those kind of payments. I don't think anyone can say that anyone's on payroll besides Keemstar at this very moment in time. And that is a true tea, sis. I ain't about to take it back. Keemstar, send your 12-year-olds because I don't give a Anyway, probably by the time that this video is up, Cole Carrigan should have released his video on the whole entire situation. If he has, then I will definitely be following this one up because it seems like some really, really strong ass allegations. But like I said, when it comes to considering the source, like, who am I even gonna believe? I don't know. Stay tuned, stay true to this channel. But one thing that does have me all the way up is that I don't know what it is, but it seems to me that people feel as if the Ace family should have like some kind of conventional relationship. It is not abnormal or weird to me that they have an open marriage. There are a lot of open marriages. It's just that not everybody tells everybody that they're in an open marriage. It's not always up for public consumption. Like, I know a lot of other couples who have open marriages. I know a lot of other couples who are out here going to swinging parties and doing the most, sis. But whatever keeps the spice and the fire in their relationship is absolutely their business. But I don't understand the notion that, you know, he's cheating when it's not cheating. If, like he said, his wife already knows and is okay with it as long as he comes home at the end of the evening to film the vlog. So maybe that's their relationship, maybe that's their situation, maybe that's their setup, maybe they're polyamorous, you don't know. Not everybody abides by the conventional relationship. Not everybody on this planet is for monogamy. Me, I like to say monogamous, but would I say no to a threesome? I don't think I would, no bitch. My body, my rules, shit. So I don't know how Cole is gonna kind of spin this narrative to say that it's cheating. If she knows and she's aware and she's okay with it, then it's not cheating. But anyway, I will definitely be watching his video when it comes out, if it comes out, in regards to all this, and I'll be spilling the tea with you guys and telling you guys my thoughts. Anyway, the next thing I want to talk about is Trisha Paytas coming out as a male. It has caused so much pandemonium all across social media, so let's get into it. Okay, so a couple of days ago, Trisha Paytas made a video coming out as a male. This was met by a hell of a lot of backlash. The likes to dislike ratio is completely out of this world. It ended up being #1 on trending in the UK as well as in the US. She had a hell of a lot of people attacking her. Even the least problematic beauty guru, Patrick Starr, had something to say on the entire situation. Here's a clip from that video and I'll tell you what it is that I think.
People might think I'm trying to be offensive or I'm setting back like a movement or something like that, but I want to talk about this because it's something that I actually have felt for a long time. I didn't feel like I identified as a girl. Now this seems like crazy and weird and shocking because I was born a female, and I'm ultra girly now. I'm very girly, right? Because when I was younger, I was teased a lot because they said I looked like a boy. I had a boy haircut. I had, you know, just stuff I couldn't even control, like just a hair on my lip, hair on my face. So people would call me like a man. Like I identify with men better. People always think like there's something wrong with me because I don't have like that many girlfriends. Like I love girls. Like I do love girls and I love like their sensitivity and all that stuff like that. But that's why I identify more as like a man, because I like guys, but I also identify as a guy.
So shortly after that, it seems as if Gigi Gorgeous was kind of inundated with an F-ton of people coming over to her, basically stating that she needed to say something as a female about her friend coming out as a male. And I feel like if it wasn't for Gigi Gorgeous making her video, a lot less people would be understanding to Trisha Paytas' situation. So this is what it is that Gigi Gorgeous had to say, and I'll carry on with the rest of my thoughts.
I was shocked. I was a little bit offended. I was a little bit confused. I was a lot confused. And I was just flabbergasted because now, you know, like YouTube videos, there's clickbait, there's shock culture, there's all this stuff. You never know what is real. So on the drive home, I had about like 45 minutes in the car and I was like, I have to watch this for myself because this is just like insane. The amount, like literally, I'm talking like hundreds and hundreds of people hit me up about this. I try to stay out of the drama. I try to keep everything positive, keep it moving. But once I watched the video, I kind of understood why people were asking me so much about it. I called Trisha. A lot of the people actually who had commented and texted and called me had asked me, did you know that Trisha was Did you know this? And I said, no, I had absolutely no idea. This is a shock to me, just as it is you. So on the phone with Trisha, the gender label was confirmed, and I found out that the video was not clickbait, the video was not shock value, that Trisha is Trisha. And I heard that on the phone talking to Trisha. So I disagreed with a few things in the video. I've hooked up with people who were partially transitioned and then people who were fully transitioned. It's like, that didn't sit well with me because I know looking back at the beginning of my transition, if I had seen a video like that online, I would have thought, you know what, I'm not gonna be done unless I have the surgery. I'm not gonna be done unless I fix myself. But you don't have to have anything done to be, it's who you are. And I firmly believe that when someone tells you who they are, what their label is, how they want to be identified, you have to believe that person. Because for me, when I came out as, it was a journey, bitch. Having people switch over my pronouns, switch over my name, really change my identity, essentially. Having people question that, being like, is she really? Trisha said, I am a man, and that is exactly how I will view him. A lot of people.
Okay, so as you can see, Gigi Gorgeous has basically said, if Trisha wants to be known as he, then from this very moment on, I shall call them he. And that is the end of it. I will respect him and his wishes. I do think it's very misguided what it is that he said, but at the end of the day, this is my friend and I love them, and I'm going to take their word for what it is that they feel on the inside. Nobody can sit there and tell somebody what it is that they feel. Now, my thoughts. I don't want to be that person to use the incorrect pronouns, but I must say I'm struggling with this situation just a little bit because I've always known and acknowledged Trisha as a she. So if I get this wrong when I'm using my pronouns to describe this, I do apologize. No malice or harm was intended. I'm trying my best, but right now that transition from she to he for her or his pronouns, it is difficult for me right now. I'm trying to work through it so I can make that transition, but in my brain, she's still a girl in my brain, and I'm trying to make that transition for myself. So, with that being said, Trisha Paytas has said some very misguided things when it comes to the community. I don't think she's extremely versed in the community. I also don't believe that Trisha Paytas is the best at articulating herself. For instance, whenever it is that Trisha Paytas speaks about something, whenever she opens her mouth to put her view on something, it always ends up being 20 billion times worse than it was in the original situation. And sometimes she would just stand to do better, or he, sorry, this is what I'm talking about, would just stand to do better by simply not saying anything at all. But I digress. I personally, and this is from a personal standpoint, I'm not sitting here trying to impose my views onto their gender identity, but I personally feel that from listening to her, what I'm getting from them is that Trisha sees herself as a male, but does not fit the constructs of what it is to be a male. And trans people and trans identities do not have to be either male presenting, female presenting, feminine or masculine in order to adhere to the beauty standards or stereotypes of what it is to be either male or female. I feel like the gender construct at this very moment in time is being ripped apart. We can be or act or whatever the way that we want to be. I will never understand, because for myself, I've always been a cisgender female, a bisexual cisgender female, hi bicon, but a cisgender female nonetheless. I've never ever questioned my gender identity, so it's something that I will never be able to relate to. So I can't sit there and say that Trisha Paytas is not a male. But what I will say is, it seems as if it's a level of gender dysmorphia. There's many people within the community who go through this process before making a formal decision, if you will. But it seems as if it's gender dysmorphia that she's describing, more so than being a trans male. But I think because she's not very well versed within what it is to be trans and being a part of the community, that maybe she had a problem articulating what it is that she really felt about herself. But I kind of feel like as a community we should be very open and loving and caring and open our arms and extend knowledge instead of just attacking because we feel like she's trolling. I understand why people feel that Trisha is trolling and that she just got scared of the backlash and decided to stick to her guns. I get that 100%, but I also feel as if, what if we're wrong? You know, what if Trisha Paytas is really describing to us how she feels and then is shunned by the very community that she seeks to be a part of? That is a bigger identity crisis that I would not wish on my worst enemy. So if Trisha wants to be known as they, them, he, him, then I will try my best to adhere to that as best as possible. It is going to be a process for me, I'm not going to lie. Anyway, that is my thoughts on the whole entire situation. I hope that Trisha Paytas can work through it. I will address them the way that they want to be addressed. I'll probably use the pronoun they and them for the time being until they state what it is that they want to be known as. I'm very grateful for Gigi Gorgeous for standing by her friend, but not only standing by her friend, but also saying, you know, who are we to decide what it is that somebody feels on the inside. Anyway, that is it for the first episode of The Full Cup. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed my thoughts on all of these various different stories. Tell me what you think in the comment section down below pertaining to the Dolan Twins, the Ace family, Cole Carrigan and Trisha Paytas. Tell me what it is that your thoughts are on all of these different segments. Also tell me if you like this new format of me actually directly speaking to you guys on screen once a month. Have you missed me? Do you love me? Because I love you too, bitch. I really do. I'm not drinking tea in here. It's gin. Anyway, that is about it from me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like it, if you don't, I don't give a shit anyway. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification with the bell so that you guys get a notification every single time that Petty Paige posts new content. Oh my god, I've missed doing that so much. Anyway, I've been Paige. You sipped the full cup and now we're done. I shall see you in the next video, but don't take my opinion for it because I'm just petty. Bye. Bye.
Petty, 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 petty.